Hello and welcome to another Lawrence Academy screencast. Today we're going to be talking about completing the square. And completing the square is one method that we can use to solve for the x-intercepts in a quadratic equation. So let's take a look at our first problem. So here we have the quadratic equation 2x squared plus 10x plus 12 equals 0. And notice that this is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And the first thing that I'm going to have you guys do when we're completing the square is to get c on the other side of the equation. So we want it to look like ax squared plus bx equals c, or negative c. So reorganizing this, I have 2x squared plus 10x equals negative 12. Alright, now the next step that we need to do is we need to get, essentially we need to divide everything by a, because we don't want a coefficient other than 1 in front of the x squared. So step number 2 is we're going to divide everything by a. So in my case, I'm just going to divide everything by 2, which is my a, and I'm left with x squared plus 5x equals negative 6. Next step is we are going to divide b by 2, and this can get a little bit confusing, and complete the square, meaning I'm going to take x plus b over 2, b is 5 halves, alright, and then I'm going to square that. So that's going to give me, if I were to unfoil this, this would give me x squared plus 5x plus 25 over 4. Right, that would complete the square. So if I'm going to add this 25 over 4 on this side, I'm going to have to do the same thing on the other side. All right, so this is a little bit tricky, and you have to be careful. So what I'm left with is I'm left with x plus 5 halves squared equals negative 6 plus 25 over 4. That gives me positive 1/4. Okay, so looking at this, this looks exactly like a solving using the square root method problem. So we're just going to take the square root of both sides, and when you take the square root of 1/4, remember you're going to end up with a plus or minus answer. So that's going to give us x plus 5 halves equals plus or minus the square root of 1/4 is 1/2. And now we can just solve for x. There's going to be two outcomes. We're going to say that x is going to be equal to negative 2, and x is going to be equal to negative 3. All right, and we just solved by completing the square. So as is customary, I do have some practice problems for you guys. So looking at these 4 problems, solve using completing the square. Best of luck to you. Have fun and have a good day.